Welcome back to Out Here in the Garage. Working on a 1965 Ford Mustang. This is the fender for it, left-hand fender. Previously been really damaged, rolled under, all right in this area. And repaired old school style with a hammer and a dolly. The last guy had worked out the best he could, bondoed it, and so when I stripped it down, found it had a lot of body filler in it, stripped that out, and I've done some shrinking over here with a shrinking disc, and I got a little bit more to do, got a little welding where there's a crack at the front. And then this here, I was pretty happy with how I got it hammered and dollied out, and I've put some body filler on it, and most of what you see here is coming off. It's just you work it out, get enough on there, you start getting it smooth and get it worked down. But I'm going to show you something that I use in the process of blocking this down. Some people use a spray can tracer coat. What I've got is a dry carbon powder that I'm going to wipe on here, and then we'll block on it a little bit. Knocking things off. This here is called guide dust. Got this from a body shop supplier. Then I'll just take it, put some on here. I'm just going to put it so you can see the wheel arch. And now I'm going to block on this just a little bit. And I'm guiding off of here where I have a good metal edge, good flare coming out, and down here. And so we're going to try to make this flare look right. And I'm just going to keep working down. And I come back and I kind of guide off of that. See it start taking shape up. You can see where it's lightened up right here, where the guide coat has gotten sanded off of it. The edge is still a little dark, so I'm going to block down here. I'm getting closer, so what I want to do is keep checking it, make sure I don't take off too much material. Even if I do, I'll put more back on it. And then we start blocking it right here. Working back around that edge. I'm starting to see a line form. Where I keep blocking. I'm going to move the camera now so that you can see that. And right through here, starting to get that line to show up. And I'll just keep working it back and forth like that. I feel a high spot there. Wherever it turns white first, or the lighter color, is where it's high. And you can see where there's some little spots down in here, and that's where it's low. So hopefully by blocking the high off, it'll even out. But if not, I'd put a little more on. But most of this here is coming off. I can feel it. It's way too high. It didn't look that bad when I got done hammering dollying it. I just wanted to put enough material on there to smooth it back out. And this is that area that I've hammered and dollied, and then used the heat shrinking disc on it. And I've got that over here, sitting in the car, hooked up on my big grinder. And you just take that and you keep it flat and keep working back and forth on the metal, and then spray some water on there to help cool it down. Got this seat that's been reupholstered. It was in storage, so I got it out yesterday and cleaned it up and set it in the car. Started getting a little motivation that we're on the upside of this rebuild. Got all new carpet in for it. A few more pieces to buy for the interior. The dashboard I have sanded down. It had previously been stripped and primed with some etch and primer, and it sat up a while, and so in the process of sanding a few boogers out of it, I decided just to go ahead and strip it. It's got some damage to it. I don't know if it's from just using it or manufacturing defects, but I'm going to smooth it out just a little bit, but not get carried away. And then all of the interior metal will be painted the blue that's the color of the upholstery. You see that's an original door over there. That door's got a lot of rust in some odd places, so I'm replacing it. But it's going to be pretty with this blue interior. Don't have much light on that subject, but you can see the blue. So this is a 1965 Ford Mustang C code, meaning it came with a 289 two-barrel engine. It has a C4 automatic. Going back with that configuration, we have purchased a 4-barrel intake and carburetor for it, and possibly going to get a Holley fuel injection system to get a little upgrade going. Working on other odds and ends on this body. Found a spot way down here on this door jamb where I just was not happy with the gap of the quarter panel to the rocker panel, and I've been trying to build that out just a little bit so when I put the seam sealer on there, I don't have a big wide half-inch glob of seam sealer. It'll just look all consistent. So it's going to look good. Here's where this one's going, and I'll bring you back to this project at another date. And thanks for joining me on Out Here in the Garage.